Hello, everyone. Sorry for the late post. I thought I was going to be presenting in class today, but obviously I'm not. We're going to be talking about schedule comprehension or compression and time cost trade-offs. I'm Joe Justino presenting this, and we're going to be talking about fast tracking, the effects of acceleration, and time cost trade-offs. They all kind of go hand in hand with each other. You'll see as I explain them. So schedule compression simply means that something has occurred on your project, forces you to accelerate the remaining work that needs to be done. This could be the owner requesting it before or during the project, natural disasters that delay your work, supply issues that delay your work, or there's a long list of things. So fast tracking, in one sense, can be defined as stacking the pre-construction and construction phases of a project, meaning the entirety of the design phase does not have to be finished to start construction. So certain parts of your construction are going to start as soon as the design is done, even if their successors are not fully designed yet. And that just accelerates the entire project. You can get resources faster. You're going to get obviously your earlier activities done quicker, and you're not sitting around waiting for the entire design to be finished to start actually building the project. Another instance of fast tracking, this one occurs during the project. The last one was more from the beginning. But so this is if something slows or completely stops work on the job site. When this occurs, construction managers and project schedulers have to find a way to accelerate the project to still finish on the assigned date. To do this, you have to take your non-dependent activities that are on the critical path or critical paths and complete them in parallel at the same time instead of one after the other. And they can't be dependent on each other. They have to be separate so that you can maybe take other resources from one activity and give them to the activity that needs to be accelerated in order for them to get that done faster. Pros and cons of fast tracking. Pros, it combats potential increases in material costs just by getting them sooner. With the way the market is now, there's doesn't look like costs are going down anytime soon. So the earlier you can get them, the better. You're going to save money. It's just going to be less of a headache. It reduces overall project time, allowing you to get your profits sooner, move on to other projects. And it also makes financing the project, if it is being financed, less expensive because there's going to be less interest. The term of the loan is going to be a lot shorter, so it saves money there. Some of the cons is you have to have very, very good communication with both the owner and your subs in order to make sure everything is done in a timely manner. It puts pressure on both the design and construction teams to minimize the errors they make, because any error that occurs in a fast track project is going to compound very quickly and just lead to more errors, and it's just going to be chaos at that point. And it can also lead to a lot of change orders because everything is moving so quickly and there's so much going on at the same time. You have different subs working over each other, different subs trying to get on and off of the job site at the same time. It's very hectic. The effects of acceleration. There's a lot of unnoticed side effects to the overall budget and quality of the work done. Acceleration can cause increased costs due to the change in methods or the requirement for overtime payment to workers. When you have to accelerate a project, you're going to have to obviously do things in a different manner to get it done quicker, and sometimes it's not maybe the best way. It's not going to have the best quality product, but it's going to get it done in the fastest way. Labor productivity may decline if you are asking the workers on the project to work long hours, because nobody really wants to be working 10, 12-hour days. And at that point, they kind of just give up, honestly. And it can also have lower quality of work due to accelerated methods of installation, kind of what I talked about just now. And then time cost trade-offs is kind of the big part of this chapter. It's the key to finding out how much a project can be accelerated without exceeding a reasonable amount of expenses. Allocating resources properly and managing workers' hours are the two key components of accelerating a project. If you look at the example of overtime work, it's a very clear definition of what a kind of like a time cost trade-off is. So as say you're a project manager on a construction site and you schedule your concrete workers to come in on a Saturday to finish up their work so you can start some other activity the next Monday. You have to pay these workers overtime, deal with their most likely lower productivity, and it's not necessarily an ideal situation, but you're still hopefully going to get it done in time. But then your costs are going to be increased because you have overtime pay, you had to get the materials there faster, you had to do all that sort of stuff. In summary, accelerating a project is going to lead to higher costs 99% of the time, and there's definitely a possibility for more mistakes. The key to doing this properly is keeping clear and constant communication with the owner and the subs. You're kind of the middleman between them, making sure everything is done properly and especially on the time frame that is requested by the owner, because that is the reason in the first place that you're accelerating the project. So that is all I have. Here are my sources, and that's it.